Hi there, this is Fixed It. This is a small child's toy that's come off one of the baby walkers. I think it's a number of years old, and I've been asked to do something about it because it's a wee bit on the loud side and very irritating. Here's one for you. As you can hear, it's very loud, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a modification to it to quieten it down. I'll show you how I do it. The first thing I need to do is to open up the unit and have a look how the speaker's configured. There were just 6 screws, but first thing I'll do is to take the battery out, make sure I don't short anything. In order to decide how loud you want this musical device to be, you can obviously sit down and work out the mathematics, but there's nothing better than your ear. First thing to do obviously is identify the speaker module. Usually looks pretty similar to this. It's a round with a couple of wires connected to it. What I've done is I've disconnected a red wire that was here and I've attached it to this crocodile clip or spring clip, and then I've soldered an orange wire onto here. So basically I have these two ends of the clips, which I'll keep apart, and then on the other end I'll be putting a resistor. Most speakers are around 8 ohms, and using Ohm's law, basically if you double the resistance you'll decrease the volume. What I have here is a 10 ohm resistor, and if I set the device playing, you can see we get some marginal difference. So 10 ohm reduces the volume a little bit, but not very much. Now I have a 15 ohm resistor, and if I play it, that's quite a significant drop. Still a little bit loud because we're at the back of the speaker. My favourite for this device is this 22 ohm resistor. So that's red 2, and black 0, so 22 ohms. Now that's a much more acceptable level, particularly for older people where we lose some of the high frequencies. So once you get any distance away from this you won't be able to hear a great deal. But because it is high frequency, obviously the kiddies will still notice it and hear it. So I'm just going to solder this 22 ohm resistor onto the speaker, and that will be the modification done. So my plan is to solder this 22 ohm resistor onto the side of this speaker and then reconnect the wire, and that will be the loud volume solved. As with any resistor job, one of the best things to do is just to use a pair of wire snips to pull the coating gently off the wire. This makes it considerably easier to solder to, otherwise you'll just end up with lots of blobs of hot solder. To make sure you get a good connection, the best thing to do is to put some solder onto the lead before you start. So that's the resistor soldered into place. Now apply some solder to the other end of the lead. And then cut the lead to the required length. And then prepare your wire. And then solder the lead onto the wire. All that's left to do is test it. Ah yes, much quieter. So as you can see, it's quite simple. So in this case I've used a 22 ohm resistor, and what I'll do now is I'll just put a bit of tape over this modification that I made to it, and we're good to go. I'll put the box back together and then turn it over and switch it back on. The tape's in place, just protect it from the unit above. So I've replaced the batteries, screwed it all back together, and here's the finished unit. So this has been Fix It, doing a sound level modification on this kiddie's toy, and I'm sure you'll find it useful for those extremely loud toys that drive you completely and utterly bonkers playing one tune after the next. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, find it useful, give it a thumbs up and share it. Thanks, bye bye.